I'm going to make some guacamole, so I thought I would show those of you who may not know how to peel an avocado. First of all, you're going to want a ripe avocado. This is a good color. You don't want a lime green, solid, hard as a rock avocado. You want one that will give a little bit. And what you're going to do, there's a pit in the middle of an avocado, a big round seed. So you want to cut this in half, lengthwise, but you're not going to be able to go all the way through because there's a pit in there. So you just keep turning it and keep cutting until you reach back where you started, and then you open it like so. So now you've got one half without a pit, which is great, and then you've got the other half with a pit in it. So an easy way to get that out is to take your knife and just smack it in there and then give it a twist until it pops out. Just going to scrape this little extra bit off the pit here. Then we're going to use a spoon to just get all of the fruit out from within the peel here and into our bowl. I'm going to show you kind of the simplest guacamole that we like to eat. It's just going to have garlic and salt basically, and then some optional lime juice. So you just scrape the avocado out until your rind is empty. Do that on both sides. I don't know what it's called. A rind, a peel. I don't know if there's a difference. Whatever. You know what I mean. Then you can compost this part. Leave the rest in your bowl. And one avocado is plenty for two to three people. So we're just going to use one. And all of the ingredients that I tell you are going to be per avocado, so just double it, triple it, quadruple it, depending on how many people you're using this for and how many avocados you end up putting in your bowl. You just mash this up with a fork. If it's nice and ripe, it'll mash up very easily. You can see it's already pretty much done. Just keep mashing any big chunks, or you can leave it nice and chunky if you like it that way. I like mine relatively smooth. There's a million ways you can make guacamole and you can't really mess it up. Like I said, this one's going to just have granulated garlic and some Himalayan sea salt, and then I'm going to add a little bit of lime. But you can also make a chunkier guacamole. You can add onions and diced tomatoes, and cilantro is really good. When we make it that way, we also throw in usually a diced jalapeno too. So you can use lemon juice instead of lime juice. It's great if you throw some lemon or lime in here because that allows you to use less salt. Citrus kind of can take the place of salt in recipes. So we're going to put in about a half of a teaspoon. This is a pretty large avocado, so maybe a heaping half a teaspoon here of garlic granules. This is just ground up garlic with no salt in it. I like to add my salt separately, plus garlic salt would have just refined processed salt in it, and I like to use this coarser, more wholesome stuff. So we're going to put a fourth of a teaspoon again. Since it was a pretty big avocado, I'll make it kind of a heaping quarter of a teaspoon. And this is all to taste, so you'll definitely have to stir it up, give it a taste, and see if you want to add anything. So there you go. You could make your guacamole just out of that, and it's quite easy. Usually if we're adding it to burgers or something like that, we just leave it plain and simple like this. But I'm going to add a half a lime. It also will make it a little runnier. And I just have a leftover half a lime in a baggie here, so actually usually what I do when I have that leftover in a baggie is I just squeeze the juice out right into the baggie. That way it doesn't get all over my hands. And then after I've squeezed all the juice out, I'll just dump it into the bowl, stir it in, and we will be done. Alright, so I'll hold the lime, dump the juice in, compost the peel, throw away the bag, stir this in. Man, that smells good. Give it a quick taste to see if you need to add any more garlic or salt. just right.